A Kevin Durant social media interaction is currently going viral after he said the current Philadelphia 76ers are better than the Warriors when he joined the team, and it all started with this interview.
Feel like they're contenders?
For sure. You don't think so?
No, I'm just asking you.
Last time they put three 20-point scores on the team, they said it was unfair, which is the team I was on. Yeah. They got 4 25-point scores on this team. So hell yeah, I think they're going to be a contender, man. They're going to be a great team to watch.
Kevin Durant is back on his keyboard, causing absolute mayhem across the NBA internet. He just dropped a massive claim that the new-look Philadelphia 76ers are actually more stacked on paper than his legendary 2017 Golden State Warriors ever were. But he didn't stop there. To justify LeBron James's latest super team move, KD took petty, unprovoked shots at Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. Naturally, his old championship teammates didn't stay quiet for long. Is KD completely losing his mind by putting a 41-year-old LeBron James and an injury-prone Joel Embiid over the prime 73-win Warriors dynasty? Drop your thoughts down in the comments.
Feel like they're contenders?
For sure. You don't think so?
No, I'm just asking you.
Last time they put 3 20-point scores on the team, they said it was unfair, which is the team I was on. Yeah. They got 4 25-point scores on this team. So hell yeah, I think they're going to be a contender, man. They're going to be a great team to watch.
To which a podcast posted to their Instagram calling KD out, saying it's not the same thing, a 41-year-old LeBron joining the 76ers when KD joined the Warriors in his prime, and KD responded saying, "So hold up, should I have said they aren't contenders?" The podcast responded, "It's not that they aren't contenders. Joining a 73-9 Warriors team ain't the same as joining 76ers at 41 years old. The player's scoring average has nothing to do with why people criticize your move." KD responded, "I never said it was the same. I said they are contenders. That was the question. I don't care if they ain't play together. They have a lot of talent, am I right?"
Let us break down how this entire social media nightmare kicked off. Kevin Durant was sitting for an interview when someone asked him straight up if this new Philadelphia 76ers roster, with LeBron James, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey, was a legitimate championship contender. Now, normal superstars give a quick, polite PR answer and move on with their afternoon. But we all know Kevin Durant does not operate like normal superstars. He immediately took a trip down memory lane, smirking at the microphone while bringing up his own past baggage. He reminded everyone that when his Warriors put 3 20-point scorers on one court, the entire media cried that the league was completely broken. Then he pointed out that Philly just assembled 4 25-point scorers. So in his mind, it's an automatic certified super team. That clip blew up instantly. A prominent basketball podcast clipped the video and posted it straight to Instagram, calling out KD's absurd logic. They pointed out the elephant in the room. A 41-year-old LeBron joining Philly at the tail end of his career is nowhere near the same universe as a 27-year-old Kevin Durant jumping ship to a prime 73-win Warriors team that had just eliminated him in the Western Conference Finals.
Then Teddy responded to KD saying they definitely contenders, but we just got to see it happen. There's been plenty of teams in history that throw good players together and it just doesn't work out. Sixers ain't been out the second year since 01, dog. The team looks real good on paper though. KD responded, "My point was, before you seen the teams I was on play together, they set high expectations on us, and rightfully so. So when the reporter asked the question of, are they contenders, that was my response. It was a dumb question."
You would think a 2-time Finals MVP would scroll past a random Instagram page, right? Wrong. KD immediately dove headfirst into the comment section to argue, asking sarcastically if he was supposed to lie and tell the reporter that Philadelphia wasn't going to be good. The podcast account fired back directly, clarifying that nobody is saying Philadelphia lacks talent. Joining a peak historical powerhouse is a completely different stratosphere. He told KD that the actual talent and structural fit of that 2017 Warriors squad blows this current 76ers group out of the water. That is the exact moment KD completely lost his composure and decided to throw his former brothers directly under the bus just to win a petty online argument. KD typed back a reply insisting the talent comparison wasn't even close, laughing off the podcast stance. He started listing accolades. Joel Embiid was a recent regular season MVP, Jaylen Brown was a recent finals MVP, Tyrese Maxey is an established all-star, and everyone knows what LeBron brings to the floor.
Acting his worst thing.
They are.
He keeps saying it too.
He's not lying.
He want people to know that.
They are.
Bro, pride is 45.
No disrespect to Draymond Green. LeBron is Draymond Green.
I just want to remind you guys, when we're talking about LeBron's age, I no longer respect that conversation, because if he does really well, y'all want to be like, no 41-year-old has ever done this. And if he does really bad, you're going to do what his brother just did. Oh, he's 41. Cut him some slack. I'm not cutting him any slack. At the end of the day, the same way he keeps mentioning age, I'm going to keep mentioning last year, he was an all NBA performer by the media that runs and operates LeBron's manufactured career. Okay, they chose him. So if they chose him and they still think he's an all NBA performer that's not stat padding and is really a winner, that can really affect the game.
Then came the absolute disrespect. KD took a direct, unprovoked swipe at his old championship core. He literally wrote out that Klay Thompson was never an MVP candidate in anything and only averaged 22 points per game. Then he sneered that Draymond Green only put up 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. He finished his rant by claiming Steph Curry was an MVP just like Embiid, though he genuinely couldn't understand how anyone could say the 2017 Warriors looked better on paper. Imagine reducing 2 future Hall of Famers, the guys who helped you secure your only 2 NBA rings, down to basic, casual box score stats just to defend LeBron's new super team. Klay Thompson saw the disrespect circulating on his feed and didn't even bother writing a long essay. He simply took a screenshot of Durant's comment, posted it directly to his Instagram story, tagged KD's handle, and wrote, "Aye man, you good? What you using my full government name for?" Klay was casually laughing at KD's online insecurity, but he sent a crystal clear message. Stop rewriting history to downplay our championship core.
And here's what Klay Thompson had to say. He reshared that post onto his Instagram story saying, "Amen, you good," and tagging Kevin Durant saying, "What you using my full government for?" And then Draymond on Threads said, "Slim thought he was on his burner, ? With a bunch of laughing faces." And
then came Draymond Green, who brought maximum sarcasm to the table. Draymond hopped onto Threads and fired off a hilarious shot, posting, "Slim thought he was on his burner?" with a bunch of crying laughing emojis. Draymond then went straight to his studio microphone on the Draymond Green Show to dismantle KD's entire basketball philosophy. Draymond explained to his audience that, while people want to turn this into a massive personal beef, you have to realize how KD views the game of basketball. He called KD's mindset very Uncle Drew-ish, explaining that in Durant's head, basketball is strictly and exclusively about getting buckets. KD looks at a roster graphic, adds up the points per game numbers, and genuinely believes that whoever has more 25-point scorers must be the superior team on paper. Draymond admitted he respects KD's love for pure scoring, but called the idea that the 76ers are better on paper than the 2017 Warriors completely delusional. He reminded KD that real championship basketball requires defense, team chemistry, screen setting, passing, and execution. Things that don't show up on a casual Instagram graphic. Let us actually compare these two rosters on paper with real historical context, because KD's entire argument crumbles to dust under actual scrutiny. Look at the starting lineup of that 2016-17 Golden State Warriors dynasty. Stephen Curry was the first unanimous regular season MVP in NBA history, coming off a 30-point-per-game season on unmatched 50-40-90 shooting splits. Kevin Durant was a prime MVP, a 4-time scoring champ, and widely considered the second-best player on the planet at age 27. Klay Thompson was a 26-year-old all-star wing, arguably one of the greatest two-way shooters to ever live, capable of dropping 60 points in 3 quarters on 11 dribbles. Draymond Green was a 26-year-old defensive monster who won official Defensive Player of the Year that exact season while orchestrating the entire offense. Plus, they had Andre Iguodala, a former Finals MVP, anchoring the bench. That core had already won 73 regular season games, the single greatest record in NBA history, and held built-in, historic team chemistry. Now let us look at this Philadelphia 76ers roster that KD claims is superior on paper. Joel Embiid is an incredible talent and a former MVP, but his lower body injury history is a massive concern, and he has never stayed completely healthy through a deep playoff run. Jaylen Brown is a recent Finals MVP, but he's adjusting to a brand new system after spending his entire career next to Jason Tatum in Boston. Tyrese Maxey is an explosive young all-star, but he's still refining his floor general instincts as a primary playmaker. LeBron James is an all-time legend, but he is entering his 24th NBA season at 41 years old. He is no longer the two-way athletic force who can fly around the court for 48 minutes. How in the world is Philadelphia better on paper? Golden State had 4 elite superstars in their absolute 20s physical primes with 0 health issues and proven dynasty chemistry. Philly has a 41-year-old veteran, an injury-prone center, a newly acquired wing, and a young guard. Look at the postseason pedigree. The Warriors' core had already won a world title together before KD even stepped foot in Oakland. The Philadelphia 76ers franchise hasn't even sniffed a conference finals since Allen Iverson was rocking arm sleeves in 2001. Claiming a franchise with that much recent playoff heartbreak looks better on paper than a 73-win engine is pure comedy. Draymond was 100% right on his podcast. KD's argument is built entirely on raw scoring stats. KD tried to slander Klay by saying he only averaged 22 points and was never an MVP candidate. Klay didn't need to be an MVP candidate because Steph and KD were taking those votes. Klay accepted his role, never complained about shot attempts, and guarded the opponent's best perimeter threat every single night. To throw out Klay's scoring average as a negative shows a complete lack of understanding of team dynamics. If Klay played on a trash lottery team as a number one option, he could have easily put up 28 a night. He averaged 22 because he was sacrificing his personal stats for rings. The exact same logic applies to Draymond Green. KD dismissed Draymond because he averaged 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Draymond has never been judged by points. Draymond is a first-ballot Hall of Famer because he is one of the greatest defensive quarterbacks to ever step on a court. He was the anchor that allowed KD to roam freely on defense and get easy buckets. For Kevin Durant to diminish Draymond's legacy down to 14 points per game is the exact kind of casual fan logic you expect from teenagers in YouTube comments, not from a direct teammate who held up 2 Larry O'Brien trophies with him. This petty behavior reveals a massive insecurity in KD's overall legacy. Ever since he left Golden State in 2019, Durant has been on a relentless mission to downplay his decision to join that team. He knows deep down that a huge portion of the basketball world views his 2 rings with a grain of salt, because he joined an already established 73-win juggernaut. So whenever another team stacks talent, KD rushes to social media to claim it's the exact same thing. He wants people to believe every championship is just a math equation of adding up scoring averages. He wants to look back and say, "See, Philly put 4 25-point scorers together, so my move to Golden State wasn't an unfair cheat code." But real basketball fans aren't buying the spin. Joining a pre-packaged championship culture that just won 73 games is completely unprecedented in sports history. No matter how many times KD replies to fans on Instagram, he cannot alter the historical facts. What makes this saga even funnier is seeing how Klay and Draymond handle KD's online sensitivity nowadays. Years ago, an argument between KD and Draymond inside Crypto.com arena destroyed the locker room and pushed KD out the door. Back then, it was heavy, toxic drama. Today, Klay and Draymond treat KD's social media meltdowns like an absolute joke. Klay laughs at him on Instagram for using his full government name, and Draymond openly mocks his burner account habit on his podcast. They have 4 championship rings sitting in their trophy cases. Their legacy as a homegrown dynasty is sealed forever, while KD is still scrolling through comment sections searching for internet approval. Kevin Durant can try to rewrite history all he wants, but Klay and Draymond have the rings and the real dynasty legacy to back it up. Stacking points on paper will never match authentic on-court chemistry. If you want more raw basketball breakdowns that call out the fake media narratives, smash that like button and subscribe right now. Drop your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.